I'm 20 seconds late than I normally am, and a couple of people have lost their mind about it, wondering if there was a quiz. 20 seconds! Hello, everyone. Hope you're well. Welcome along. It is Thursday, the 2nd of October. Do you know what? In the time that it took them to send that message, it was probably about 20 seconds to get to. Oh, it's tickled me. I'm honest, I'm 20 seconds. 20 seconds later than I would normally push the button because I was just trying to fix something on the presentation before I went live. And it's like everyone, it's like, there's no quiz, it's 20 seconds late. As you can see, I'm here. Hope you're all well. It's getting a bit miserable out there, I'll be honest. But I'm going to shut my window before it rains in. But yeah, it's getting a bit wet and wild out there, to be honest. But yeah, hope you're all well. Hope you're all battening down the hatches, ready for. Can America stop sending storms across, please? I know it's kind of like been the accepted thing, but if you're going to keep sending storms, we're going to have to tariff them, I'm afraid, because it's getting a bit ridiculous over here. Because we're supposed to be wet and wild now until Tuesday. So if you could just keep them for a bit longer, or send them over when it's warmer, that would be a lot nicer as well. You know, because I don't mind a storm if it's warm. But when it's a freezing cold storm, it's not very nice. So either send it over when it's warm or keep it. Thank you. Anyway, right, I'm in one of those moods this evening, as you can probably tell. Right, let's get on with saying hello to Flip. I've just seen the first comment. Let's say hello to some of you lovely, lovely people. All right, here we go. Hello to Sean. Hello, Jay. Warning. And then pointing of fingers. Good luck with all the pointing this week. Yeah, so shout out to Sally. I'm just going to do that. It's, like an old techno dance. Shout out, I was just written a quiz about question about techno for something I'm doing. Yeah, shout out to Sally and Simon are in Bolton, which is that way. Which kind of that. It's on the screens, it doesn't really work because, like, when I look at my screen, because it's mirrored, I point that way, but I'm actually pointing that way out the window. But on your screen, out of my window is actually in the opposite direction. So maybe I should do that way because then it kind of works because it's mirrored. But anyway, Bolton, Blackpool, hello. Sally, Simon, and their little brother Sean as well. So good evening to all of you guys. All that way, this way, come hither, all of that. So yeah, good evening to all of you. Hope you are all well. It's going to be an interesting evening, ladies and gentlemen. Hello to Christine as well over in Canada. Good evening to you. Hope you are well. Good evening to Linda Herring. Happy October to everyone. Looking forward to meeting Vel Netherway in Bournemouth tomorrow for our weekend at Expo 25 line dance event. I didn't know that was a thing. I have 2 left feet, which is why I'd never gone Strictly. Not that I'd be invited, but that's not the point. Yeah, so I've got 2 left feet. So I didn't know that was a thing, but that sounds very, very intriguing. You know, where you get the boot scooting baby and all of that kind of thing going. So that sounds quite intriguing. So enjoy that. Have fun. I always like to hear about new things because it's always quite good. Good evening to Judith Williams. Looking forward to the challenge of another wide-ranging quiz. It is wide-ranging this evening, I can assure you of that. Need to get back into the 40s as my mind got waylaid last week. New month, new challenge. That's always the best way to look at it. New month, new challenge. Good evening to Simeon, who's currently holding up Jersey pound notes, of which I've got about 8 Jersey pound notes up in my little thing because I got stuck with them when I came back from Jersey after I was promoting the book last year. Not that Simeon will even have heard that because Simeon's in Jersey. Moving on. Yeah, good evening to you, Judith. Hope you are well. Good evening to Nicola, who is Nicola Gregory, back in Nottingham, playing back home from Greece. So this will cheer me up. I mean, I can try. I mean, if you've not been chuckling or cringing in the last sort of 4 and a bit minutes so far, then yeah, I don't think I can cheer anybody up. Oh, good evening to Roxy. You and Paul are responsible for the connection round this evening. Just so you're aware. So yeah, good evening to you, Nicola. Yeah, sorry you're back in Nottingham, but hopefully I'll entertain you for the next hour. Good evening to the WEG 4 who are now back from gallivanting in France, chasing away from the law in a different country. 4 more WEGs, Somerset and Sanquhar, hoping to quiz this evening. So good evening to all of you guys. Hope you are well. Mary Jane Hopkins, can I have a shout out for my dad who turns 60 on Tuesday and has his party this Saturday? Should be a rocking night with 2 live bands. Oh, that sounds like fun. Not the logistics of changing over the bands and stuff, unless they're in 2 different parts of the room, but the 2 live bands sounds absolutely incredible. So yeah, good evening to you and happy birthday to your dad. Happy 60th birthday to your dad. Good evening to Irene and to Bob as well, who are looking forward to quizzing this evening. Good luck to Vicky and Ben, who have been mysteriously quiet in our Patreon Discord server so far this evening, which is usually a worry, because they're either up to something or they've done something. So I'm sure we shall all find out together soon. Good evening to Sally Bates, who it's her last night their last night in Portugal this evening. So good luck to you guys for getting through the cheap local alcoholic merchandise. Didn't know where I was going with that for a second. This is what is going to get me in trouble. I've just been having this conversation with somebody else. Eventually, my sarcasm and wit and humour that I think I have is going to be the thing that gets me in trouble. So yeah, good evening to you over there in Portugal. Hope you're well. Good evening to the newbies of Linda and Claire and the Bakewell Tarts of Claire and Brian. Hope you're feeling better. No. As you can probably already tell by now, no. But I am here. I am smiling, and I'm here. So that is the most important thing. Good luck to the Bakewell Tarts as well. May the best team win. I like that. I love the competitive feeling. You're both there, but Ben's just not well. Get well soon, Ben. And get well soon, Vicky, who's been a little bit stressed. Just take it out on Ben. He's not well at the moment, so he can't respond. Good evening to Sir Bill Tutor of Legend Shire. Tuned into Radio Lanx this morning. 4 out of 5 thought Oktoberfest was Hamburg. Oh, that was so much fun this morning. The thing is, when I'm in the studio, I can't see, from where I'm sat, I can't see Graham's answers, so I can't see what him and Parrin have written down. But I can see, I can see Leanne and Leon's answers, which means I can be quite evil to them, because when I'm looking, they know I'm looking at their answers, and I can go, ooh, are you sure? But yeah, so it is quite entertaining. But I saw what Sharon was playing this morning. I saw what she'd written down, and I knew she was right, and I knew Graham had overruled her, so I knew that there was going to be some trouble, which was still going on off air as well, which was quite funny. So yeah, good evening to you and all of the YouTube live chat legends and your teammates this evening. I mean, do you get to change every week? You know, Bill, is it whoever's sort of performed the best in their duties in Legend Shire this week that you decide who your teammates are, or is it always Christine and Jill? I'm not sure, but good evening to you all as well. Hope you're well. Good evening to Amanda Goodsell, who says, can you say a big happy birthday to Lorraine Goodsell for Saturday from Amanda, Michael, Helen, Mick and Brian? Of course I can. Good evening to all of you, but yeah, more importantly, happy birthday to Lorraine for Saturday. Have a great day, which I'm sure you will do. 3 minutes and I've still got loads to get through. This is Oh no, not many. This is different. But good evening to Moogie and Phil. And I see, why is everyone celebrating October? I appreciate people who want to celebrate October and the whole Halloweeny kind of stuff, but it's getting cold and miserable and all of that, and there's like no sunlight and stuff, you know. So yeah, I understand why people get excited because it's October, but on the same token, no storms, cold, bleh, you know, all of that. That's getting screenshot, I can already tell. But yeah, good evening to Mookie. I hope you're both well. At least you get the fun and laughter, I suppose. Good evening to Alison Smart. Good luck to all quizzes. It's the start of the Chelmsford Crib League, and I'm playing tonight, so we'll look forward to doing the quiz on catch up. You'll be watching this after you played your game, so hopefully you played really well and you won. So congratulations for that. So yeah, hope you are well. Good evening to Lorna, who will massively improve her chances of getting 50 out of 50 because Kieran's at band practice. So good evening to you, Lorna. Hope all is well. Just a handful more on here. I think there's 3 left. Good evening to Rebecca Worthington. Please wish a happy birthday to our grandma Jean. She's 91 years old. She does the quiz with all her family every week. She's our pre-1940s specialist, which is about half the quiz, I would have thought. But yeah, we all love you, from Karen, David, Becky, John, Nicola and Toby. A happy birthday, Jean. 91 years old, and no doubt still going stronger than everybody around you and keeping you on, without a doubt, I can already picture this. You are the glue that keeps the family together. So yes, a good evening to all of you, but more importantly, happy birthday to Eugene. Hope they are all spoiling you rotten. And if you've had to lift a finger all day today, then they must be in big trouble, surely. Good evening to the Devonshire Dumplings, which is fair enough. Jean's happy about October because it's their birthday month. That's fair enough. I get that. Doing the quiz a bit later tonight, out with friends for their anniversary. So good evening to the Devonshire Dumplings when you're watching. And finally, but no means least, good evening to Chris, the beautiful beauty, and Susan, the beastly beast, with you tonight while stripping wallpaper. Yeah, I get that. I could have put a bigger pause in there. Or I could have pretended to freeze, but then the countdown clock's still going, so that wouldn't have worked. But yeah, good evening to both of you. Hope you are well and stripping the water. See, this is the thing. Me and Sarah have very, very defined things that we have in our relationship. I don't like decorating, can't stand decorating, but will always chip in and support in any way I can, which generally means keeping well out of the way. But yeah, so she doesn't mind doing all of the decorating side of things. You know, that's how we've sort of worked for the oh, it's a good job she's not nearby. 12 years we've been together. I know we got married in 20. My brain's gone to mush. My brain has gone to complete mush all of a sudden. I'm going to bail myself out very quickly because it's usually Sarah who forgets all this, but my brain's just gone to mush. Good evening to Marlene and to Lynn as well, who are holding the fort at the White Regis Social Club this evening behind the bar. Just because Shah is not there does not mean that you take any advantage because the supply teachers are in charge. You make sure you treat them with the exact same respect that you would have treated Shah with as well. Yeah. I'd say I'd set Colin on you, but I don't think anyone listens to Colin in there anyway, because even like, you know, only when he's asking quiz questions. Right, let's roll. It is Thursday, the 2nd of October. Thank you as always for joining us this evening. Hope you are all well. Hope you've all had a wonderful week, no matter what it is you're doing, and everything's tied down in the gardens before we see trampolines flying around the country. But let's go. We have 50 questions in front of us, and we'll start with art and literature this evening. I know Paul and Roxy probably have missed it, but they are probably scrabbling through all of the messages to try and work out which connection round it is, but we'll get to that in a little while. Let's start with this for number one. Is the William Shakespeare play Richard III based on a real monarch? It's a very simple option for you to start the quiz. Yes or no. You can't have maybe. It's either a yes or a no. Sending something there is not that's not a joke I can put out on a live quiz. Number two, is upstage or downstage closer to the audience? I wasn't supposed to be live tonight, by the way, as well. I was supposed to be in London this evening, but it has been postponed till January. Number three, complete the name of a Harper Lee novel. To Kill a what? Number four, who published The Theory of Evolution by Natural Selection? Number five, name the artist pictured here. Take the opportunity. Number six, in which novel do Flopsy, Mopsy, and Cottontail appear? I think across the whole quiz this evening, I think there are 12 pictures, which is it's a normal height. I normally aim for between 6 and 10, but yeah, I think there's 12 tonight. Number 7. How is the Shrine of Democracy more commonly referred to? So we're in art and literature. Just throwing the clue out. I'm not even on screen. Making all these wonderful sort of gestures and yeah. Number 8. Who wrote Jane Eyre? I say there's 12 pictures. I thought there was a picture coming up before now, which is why I was keeping myself off screen, because it made sense. There we go. Number 9. This is a prime example of which art style? Way more than 12 known errors. And finally, number 10. The Firm, The Pelican Brief, and The Client were novels by which author? I'm going to open up my Word doc for the quiz, and then I can see where the pictures are. Right, so I've got 2 questions before pictures. Right, there we go. Not that it actually matters if I'm on screen or not. Round 2 with some food and drink for you this evening, starting with this for number 1. Which fruit eaten as a vegetable is a member of the nightshade family that includes potato, chili, peppers, and tobacco? Which fruit eaten as a vegetable is a member of the nightshade family that includes potato, chili, peppers, and tobacco? Visited Salem back in March. I heard stories of how busy it gets at this time of the year. Yeah, but that's just a rounding up and taking people back home that need to go there. I didn't say who. I've got a long list, but I didn't say who. Number 2, first launched by Birds. What is the name of the powdered dessert mix whisked with milk to create a fluffy mousse-like dessert? First launched by Birds. What is the name of the powdered dessert mix whisked with milk to create a fluffy mousse-like dessert? Only took me 3 goes at writing this question to actually have the right spelling of dessert as well. It's progress, ladies and gentlemen. 5.5 years, and I think I finally know which way round dessert and desert is. That one. Picture. Go on, go. There you go. Number 3. What is this? Number 4. Who is this? All right, I missed one. Oh. Listen, I was proud of myself for spelling dessert right. Come on. I can't get everything spot on. You'd all be really worried if I did. Right, number 5. What shape is rigatoni pasta? If I spell everything right, I'd get, like, someone had come along and just checked that I'd not been replaced by a robot of some description. Number 6. Which of these is used in the ingredients of tartar sauce? Is it ketchup, mustard, mayonnaise, or salad cream? Number 7. What is this? Number 8. What light, flaky pastry is used in making sausage rolls? So what light, flaky pastry is used in making sausage rolls? Oh, excuse me. Number 9. Name the fruit. And number 10. How is the scientific name albumin more commonly referred to in cooking? So how is the scientific name albumin more commonly referred to in cooking? Taking you into your first break with some places for you, starting with this for number 1, a different style of question for you. In which city can you ride a wheel, travel beneath the surface, and visit a sugary gallery? So in which city can you ride a wheel, travel beneath the surface, and visit a sugary gallery? So yes, cryptic. Number 2, Rabat is the capital city of which country? It's a bit early for the connection round, Haley, but I get what you mean. Number 3, in which US state can you find the Golden Gate Bridge, Alcatraz, and Hollywood? Number 4, saying nothing, name the country. Name the country from the flag appearing on screen right now. For all of you flag aficionados. By the way, if you play JDQ, all I'm going to say is pay close attention to this flag, because there may be a question about said flag in JDQ next week. So if you do play JDQ and you're playing this evening and this question comes up next week, you have no excuse. I mean, don't write it down, obviously. Write all the bits and pieces that you can see on the flag down, because that would really be cheating. But just one to put in your memory. Number 5, the Red Sea lies between which two continents? Number 6, which group of Spanish islands does Formentera belong? Is it the Canary Islands or the Balearic Islands? Number 7, at the height of 2,051 feet from the bottom of the gorge, in which country did the world's tallest bridge recently open? Number 8, what is the capital of Poland? Now, I learned something about this next question. Number 9, which regal title can go... Yeah, which regal title can go after Bognor, Lyme and Newton? I did not realise this was a regal title. And finally, number 10, in which ocean would you find Fiji, Samoa, and the Cook Islands? So in which ocean would you find Fiji, Samoa, and the Cook Islands? There you go, that's your first 30 questions then this evening. Up now on the hub already, it is quizhub.co.uk, or scan the QR code on screen if you are new. It is just a place that you can go and find those first 30 questions with those pictures as well, so you can head on over there and recap any of those that you may have missed, or if you want clarifying or etc. Obviously you can't speak to me because I am just a person on a screen right now, but yeah, if there's any that you need repeating, that is the place to head. Quizhub.co.uk, go to quiz recap, click on today's date, 2nd of October, and then underneath the video which pops up, the code is on screen. It'll be on the break as well, in the break as well. 015546 is your code you need to access the first part. And deliberately, Colin, that is why I didn't put yours in the name, in the question, so that you weren't an answer in the Patreon Discord. I give up. Right, I'm going to take a break. When I come back, I will give you the answers to those first 30 questions. That code will be on screen as well in the break if you need it as well. I shall see you all very, very, very soon. See you after this. Okay, answers coming up in just a moment's time, so make sure you have those written down. Okay. Wonder what was pinging off on my wrist. Yeah, answers to those first 30 coming up in just a moment, so make sure you've got them, stopped arguing, etc. For those of you who listen to me twittering on about the sort of new interactive way to play the quiz at some point, I'm hoping it'll be fully tested and up and running in time for sort of Christmas, when you're getting potentially like family together and maybe playing and what have you. One of the features that I'm currently working on and sort of testing, and it's tearing my hair out, but it's a clever way that you can play as part of a team, and you can suggest answers to a team captain. And on the team captain screen, the answers that you type in on your device, you could be anywhere in the world, and you can type your answers in on your device, and it pops up on your team captain's sheet, and then they decide which answer they want to put in as the official answer, which is I'm quite happy with that. But it's kind of working on paper. There's just a few glitches and stuff, but yeah, I don't want to put it out there. I got the patrons to do an early test, and I don't want to put it out there until I know that it is it's working, B, it can work at scale. There's no point testing it with 15-20 people on a live quiz and then up it to potentially a few hundred, and then it just go kaput in the middle of a quiz. So yeah, I want to make sure it's all working properly, but it is clever, if I do say so myself, and it will enhance. It's not there to replace anything on the quiz, it's just there to enhance. So there's a couple of things that I need to iron out, and then do a proper run through, and then we're good to go. And then I'll get it tested again with actual people, rather than me having 4 different screens with trying to pretend to be different people. Not pretty much what I do on a Thursday and Saturday night, sat here talking to myself. Anyway, right, let's go through your first 30 answers then this evening. See how you did so far. Art and literature to kick off this evening. Starting with this for number 1. Is the William Shakespeare play Richard III based on a real monarch? Yes, it is true. Number 2 is upstage or downstage, closer to the audience. Downstage. Number 3, complete the name of a Harper Lee novel. To Kill a Mockingbird. Number 4, who published The Theory of Evolution by Natural Selection? It was Charles Darwin. Number 5, name the artist. That is Salvador Dali. Oh, one sec. No. I feel like I've written another question about Salvador Dali. Number 6, in which novel do Flopsy, Mopsy and Cottontail appear? It is The Tales of Peter Rabbit. Might be for tomorrow night's quiz in Burnley. That could be where it's for. Number 7, how is the Shrine of Democracy more commonly referred to? It is Mount Rushmore. The 4 presidential heads. It is known as the Shrine of Democracy. More commonly known as Mount Rushmore. Number 8, who wrote Jane Eyre? Charlotte Bronte. Ooh, don't know where that came from. Bronte. Number 9, this is a prime example of which art style. It is Impressionism. And number 10, The Firm, Pelican Brief and The Client were novels by which author? John Grisham. Food and drink, number 1, which fruit eaten as a vegetable is a member of the nightshade family that includes potato, chili, peppers and tobacco? It is tomato. Number 2, first launched by birds. What is the name of the powdered dessert mix whisked with milk to create a fluffy mouse-like dessert? If you've never tasted a mouse-like dessert, you haven't lived. It is Angel Delight. Just to clarify, I'm not saying that Angel Delight is a mouse-like flavoured dessert. I don't want the people from Birds to come around knocking on the door wanting to know why I said that. It's just because I can't spell. Number 3, what is this? That is salmon. Number 4, who is this? That is Jamie Oliver. Number 5, what shape is rigatoni pasta? It is tube or cylindrical. Number 6, which of these is used in the ingredient of a tartar sauce? It is mayonnaise. Number 7, whoa, come back. Number 7, what is this? That is squid. Or calamari. No, hang on. At what point does it become calamari? I'm just going to stick with squid. You can argue amongst yourselves if it's calamari as well. Number 8, which light flaky pastry is used in making sausage rolls? It is puff pastry. I have to check that now. Calamari is the Italian word for squid, a type of that is popular food in many cuisines worldwide. Right, okay, so you can have calamari as well. So, calamari, squid. Jobs are good. Number 9, name the fruit that is a pineapple. See, if you're Italian, it's calamari. And number 10, how is the scientific name albumin more commonly referred to in cooking? It is egg whites. Places, people. Number 1, in which city can you ride a wheel, i.e. the London Eye, travel beneath the surface, London Underground, and visit the Tate Galleries? It is London. No, I forgot I put them all in. London Eye, London Underground, Tate Galleries. No, sugary, Tate and Lyle, sugar. I'll get my coat. Number 2, Rabat is the capital city of Morocco. Number 3, in which US state can you find the Golden Gate Bridge, Alcatraz, and Hollywood? It is California. Number 4, name the country. That is Chile. Number 5, the Red Sea lies between which 2 continents? It is Asia and Africa. By the way, Asia and Africa, you need both for the point. No half measures. Number 6, which group of Spanish islands does Formentera belong? It is the Balearic Islands. Number 7, at the height of 2,051 feet from the bottom of the gorge, in which country did the world's tallest bridge recently open? It was China. Number 8, what is the capital of Poland? It is Warsaw. Number 9, which regal title can go after Bognor, Lyme, and Newton? It is Regis. So yeah, I didn't realise Regis is actually a regal title up there with, you know, like King's Lynn and places like that. It's actually a regal title. I just thought it was a name thing. And number 10, in which ocean would you find Fiji, Samoa, and the Cook Islands? It is the Pacific Ocean. There you go, that's your first 30 this evening. How are you getting on out there? Let me know as you always do. Still to come, connections round and general knowledge as well. I wrote your connection round. Where is it? Let me find out what date it is. I honestly, I won October to fly through 2025 layout. Where are we? Yeah, I wrote your connection round. Oh, is it next Thursday? Thursday the 16th. And I am so pleased with it. I really want the next few weeks to fly so I can get to this, because there's a big reason behind why I've done the connection round as I have for the 16th of October. It ties in with something, and I'm really looking forward to it. I'm not, but I am. You'll see what I mean in a couple of weeks' time. It's not a full quiz connection round. I know what people are going to say. Oh, it's going to be a full quiz connection round. No, it's not. It's just one. It's just the usual standard connection round in a couple of weeks' time is just something for the originals as well as new players. But it's, yeah. Anyway, shut up. Right. Not you, shut up. Me, shut up. Right, round 4 is your connections round then, as always. 9 questions. Question number 10, what links the 9 answers together? Didn't get the flag question. No, but make a note of it, because I know you play JDQ. So make a note of that now flag question and what's appeared on screen in the flag question, and then it will help you with the flag question in JDQ next week. All part of the cunning plan. Connections, here we go. As always, then, as I said, 9 questions. Question 10, what links your 9 answers together? Here's number 1. What is the name of the next day online shopping service that has branched into streaming and books? I say it has branched into, it's branched into it quite a while ago, but many, many years ago, to be fair. But and it's also some places, not just next day, you can now get same day as well, which is... Number 2, which card represents the number 1 in a pack of playing cards? How evil am I going to be with the answer to the connection round this evening? I think I might be slightly lenient. And it took you that long, Paul? Disappointed. Number 3. Whoa, hello. Number 2. Number 3. Name the animal. While you're naming the animal, I'm just going to have a quick look at something here. Where's half my presentation gone? Okay, right, that makes sense. There we go. No, you could not be further wrong. Number 4, which star sign would you be if you were born between the 24th of October and the 22nd of November? Which star sign would you be if you were born between the 24th of October and the 22nd of November? No, I actually think, Haley, you missed that. I think you that connection round, I did that while you were moving house. You might need to catch up on that one. I'll find out which week it was in a sec. Number 5, what is the name of a device that makes a loud, prolonged signal or warning sound? Paul and Roxy are now currently writing down as many of these as they can to try and see which of them are going to appear in the connection round. I already know that. Number 6, in the UK, which fuel is dispensed from a fuel station pump with a black handle? So in the UK, which fuel is dispensed from fuel station pumps with a black handle? Trying so hard. I've got something stuck in my head, and I am now trying so hard not to hum it. Number 7, what is the name of a bird of prey with broad, rounded wings and a long tail that typically takes its prey by surprise with a short chase? Now, I've put both answers down to this because with that description, really there should only be one answer. However, there's a tiny bit of a grey area on it, so I've got both the answers for this. Well, both the answers that fit with the connection round anyway. Question number 8. What is the name of the stream? 5 to 7 miles high, moves from west to east, and influences Earth's weather by steering high and low pressure systems. And again, as I said at the beginning of the quiz, if we can work out how to turn this off, I think we'd all be a bit warmer. And your GIF will be appearing in question 9, Colin, just so you know. which is here now. Question number 9. What type of animal is the iconic villain in both the Three Little Pigs and Little Red Riding Hood? And as always, question number 10. What links the 9 answers together? If we have, it's been longer than 4 years. Okay, general knowledge then to bring us home. 10 random questions. If you are new round here, it is general knowledge in the sort of rest of the world, but round here it is known as general knowledge just because, as you've already seen this evening, I can't spell. Question number 1, name the confection pictured here. The question was just for Simeon, and Simeon's not even watching this evening because currently out in Jersey. Number 2, what is the name of the largest capacity club football stadium in the UK? Number 3, which of these is not a UNESCO World Heritage Site? Is it the Forth Bridge, Land's End, City of Bath, Durham Castle and Cathedral? So which of these is not a UNESCO World Heritage Site? The Forth Bridge, Land's End, City of Bath, or the Durham Castle and Cathedral? Question number 4. Colombo is the administrative, judicial, financial and cultural centre of which country? Because the way my night's going, if I tried to pronounce the other capital city of this country that shares some of the responsibilities, I'd end up summoning a demon or something the way that my speech is going tonight. Number 5, name the crisps pictured here. Number 6, which group were common are we? Making good use of the things that we find. Yes, I am singing that in my head. Number 7, what is the name of the financial statement made by the Chancellor of the Exchequer about the nation's finances and proposals for changes to taxation called? Just because I can, and I wanted to get this stuck in everyone's head again. Number 8, name the character. Because I had this down as entertainment under general knowledge for a different reason, and then this question in my list, and I thought, you know what, I'm just going to throw it out all in the same sort of few weeks, and then it can be done with. Number 9, Star Command was the fictional space agency of which character in the movie Toy Story? And finally, number 10, name the dish pictured here. So that's all your questions then for this evening. Those final 20 are up now on quizhub.co.uk. So head on over there if you want to look at any of the pictures or recap any of the questions, etc., etc. That is the place to head. And the code you need is on screen now, 02239. 02239 is the code that you need. So I'm going to take my final break, and when I return, we will tot your... Well, I'll give you the answers first. Then we'll tot your scores up, and then we'll see how you did. I'll see you after this. I didn't swap the code over for the break. I didn't swap the code over for the break, and then I went to change it when I realised, and then may have restarted the timer. So I'll come in now. I've got a couple of bits anyway to fill you in, and I'll give you the answers in a couple of minutes because there was about a minute and a half left on the timer. Anyway, so yeah, the code is on screen for you. I was looking at it, sort of, it looked wrong, and I couldn't work out why it looked wrong. And then I checked Superbase, which is where I store everything, and looked at it and went, that's why it's wrong. You haven't changed it yet, Egypt. By the time I'd realised I'd pushed the wrong button. Anyway, yeah, while you're sort of looking on Quiz Hub, it's on screen now, so you can get back into it. While you're on with that and putting your final answers together, the final JDQ tomorrow morning of the week, my 5-question daily podcast quiz, is available for you tomorrow from 6 a.m. if you want to have a 5-question mini quiz. Only about 5. I think they are. I've got them down now to no more than 6 minutes long. They're here on YouTube or on all podcast platforms, so just search for Jay's Daily Quiz, and that will you'll be able to find them that way. If you are in the Burnley area, tomorrow evening I am doing an in-person quiz in support of Pendleside Hospice. It is a live quiz at Burnley Golf Club. You do not have to book. That's one thing I wasn't sure of, but you don't have to book. Okay, you can just turn up tomorrow evening. It says starting at 8, but I'm assuming you can sort of turn up from sort of 7:30, I would assume. So yeah, you don't have to book in advance. You can just rock up. Come along and join us while we raise money for Pendleside Hospice. It's this, but with me and actual legs and all that kind of thing. You know, I'm not like this big. I actually have legs and stuff, but yeah, it's basically what you see here, just actually in person. So that's tomorrow evening. So yeah, if you're in the Burnley area, 7:30 tomorrow evening at Burnley Golf Club. I'll put it is on my socials already, but I'll pop it up on socials for tomorrow. I'll get it put on socials for tomorrow, so that if you want to come along, I think it's £2.50 per person. There's going to be raffles and all sorts of stuff going on along with the quiz as well. So yeah, 50-question quiz tomorrow evening. So if you're in the Burnley area, pop along. Come along. Be nice to say hello to some of you lovely people, which I believe there is. I've seen some messages of some people who are coming along. There is another chance if you are down south. I'm in Dover on the something of October. It's a Friday, and I'll remind you all very, very soon. But yeah, I'm in Dover in a couple of weeks. If you are in the southern regions. That one you do have to book for, unfortunately. That one you do have to book in advance because they're very limited on numbers or space that they can have. I don't know why a friend of mine's messaging me in the middle of the quiz. And then, yeah, then I'm back live sat here on Saturday night. Another live quiz for you, 50 questions. Yes, indeed. Right, I think that's probably got me back to about the right time where I was up to be honest. I need to get that off screen and then push that button. Right, let's see how you did with your final 20 questions this evening. Here we go, round 4. Don't forget to hit the like button for the JDQ quizzes. Hey, listen, I mean, I know I said this before and then it sort of kicked me back. But if I go on to videos now, and it doesn't want to load quick enough. But JDQ is 100% likes on YouTube Studio. And I know now someone's just going to basically be a pain in the backside and just go and put a dislike on it because that's the way they are. But yeah, JDQ as it stands is 100% liked for the last month and a half, I think it is, since I last checked. But yeah, 100% all the way through. So yeah, but hit a like on it anyway. Do appreciate it. Right, here we go. Number 1, what is the name of the next day online shopping service that has branched into streaming and books? It is Amazon. Number 2, which card represents the number 1 in a pack of playing cards? It is the ace. That's number 3, name the animal. That is panther. I don't know what happened there. I think this might just be me. I just forgot to change the number. But anyway, number 3. Number 4, what star sign would you be if you were born between 24th of October and the 22nd of November? It's Scorpio. Number 5, what is the name of a device that makes a loud alarm, a loud prolonged signal or warning sound? It is a siren. Number 6, in the UK, which fuel is dispensed from fuel station pumps with a black handle? It is diesel. Number 7, what is the name of a bird of prey with broad, rounded wings and a long tail that typically takes its prey by surprise with a short chase? So I originally had hawk down as this, but then I thought I'll just double check. Falcon, yeah, I think that last bit is probably where the grey area appears. Typically takes its prey by surprise with a short chase. I don't think falcons do that. But yeah, so hawk or falcon. I'll give you either of those. They are in the connection, so you can have either of those. Number 8, what is the name of the stream 5 to 7 miles high, moves from west to east, and influences Earth's weather by steering high and low pressure systems? It is jet. Number 9, what type of animal is the iconic villain in both Little Red Riding Hood, Three Little Pigs and Little Red Riding Hood? It is wolf. And finally, what links all of the answers together? It is gladiators. Now, I have put 1992 onwards because they are the original gladiators. None of those are names of ones that are in the new series from what I can see. I'm going to say, if as long as you put gladiators, it is fine. I think it was going to be properly evil, saying 1992 onwards, you had to get the point. Because, well, mind you, I've put onwards anyway, so it don't really matter. Gladiators. You can have the point. And I can probably stop humming it now as well. Do you have the power? That one. Round 5, general knowledge. Number 1, name the confection that is Cadbury's cream egg. Number 2, what is the name of the largest capacity club football stadium in the UK? It is Old Trafford. Number 3, which of these is not a UNESCO World Heritage Site? It is Land's End. That's weird. Number 4, Colombo is the administrative, judicial, financial and cultural centre of Sri Lanka. So I'm doing two things at once here. Number 5, name the crisps. That is hula hoops. Number 6, which group were common are we? Making good use of the things that we find, the things that the everyday folks leave behind. The Wombles. I'm not doubting you, Colin, by the way. I've just put that in there because I'm just... Sorry, we're having a quizmaster to quizmaster debate about something. I'm not doubting you because obviously you'll know because you are that star sign, but I'm just saying that's where I got it from. Number 7, what is the name of the financial statement made by the Chancellor of the Exchequer about the nation's finances and proposals for changes to taxation? I know there's some probably very colourful names that have been bandied about over the last sort of 20 minutes since I asked the question. However, the official name is the budget. Number 8, name the character. That is Scrooge McDuck from DuckTales. Woohoo! Number 9, Star Command was the fictional space agency of which character in the movie Toy Story? It's Buzz Lightyear to the rescue. And your final one tonight, number 10, name the dish. That is beef Wellington. So, tot your scores up. How have you got on this evening? If you want to add your score to the global leaderboard of Quiz Hub, do not cheat. You need to have an answer to the connection... start again. You need to have an answer to the tiebreaker question. And your tiebreaker question is this. How many episodes of The Wombles are there? Nearest to it, as always, gets the point if you are playing competitively. If you are adding your score to the global leaderboard of Quiz Hub, it is the difference between your answer and the correct answer. Just to answer a steward's inquiry, is Old Trafford bigger than Wembley? So, no, Old Trafford isn't bigger than Wembley, but the question asked for the biggest club football stadium. So Wembley isn't classed as a club football stadium. Big club football stadium is where teams regularly play their home games at. Now, if I asked a question probably 5 years ago, then Wembley may have been included because there have been teams who have played their home games at Wembley. But yeah, the question was asking for the biggest club stadium. So at the moment, it is Old Trafford. Just clear that one up. Okay, so how many episodes of the Wombles have there been? There have been 60. Yeah, 60 episodes of a group of cuddly toys picking up rubbish on the off of Wimbledon Common, and they kept it very tidy, I must admit. Yeah, born and raised in Wimbledon, they did keep it very, very tidy for us. Turn that off. There we go. Right, there we go. Right, thank you very much, as always, for joining me this evening. Let me know your scores. Don't forget, add them onto Quiz Hub. The leaderboard's looking quite nice, to be fair. I'm quite liking the fact that loads and loads of people are adding their scores to the leaderboard, because I've done all that work myself. That is all my own code. So yeah, great to see so many people adding their scores. On to the global leaderboard. Have I edited that myself? No, I haven't edited that myself. That is my screenshot. Sorry, the Quizmaster to Quizmaster battle we're having at the minute, and it's quite amusing. So yeah, don't forget, and if you're in the Burnley area, or if you're up in the region tomorrow night, come and join us at the quiz at Burnley Golf Club tomorrow evening. I'll put all the details up on socials tomorrow in case you've missed it. If you have a look on my socials, they are up already. And the details for the other in-person quiz in Dover later on in the month. If not, I am back here on Saturday night. Another 50 questions for you. If not, I will see you all next Thursday. As always, then, from me, I'll see you soon. Take care and stay safe.